So, Mr. Alhagie, can you tell me about your school, when it started, and what you're teaching here, what kind of instruments?
Thank you very much for that question. My name is Alhagie Mbye. This school started in 1992. My first traveling from this country to abroad was in Norway. I was sent, a musician died in Norway. He is from Gambia. He's a good Cora Player. His name is Mbye. And he was playing with one Gambian and one South African, a Norwegian who was brought up in South Africa. And when this musician died, they were doing a big concert for him. And then they asked me to go and participate in this concert. That was my first travel in 1989. When I went to Norway, I played for this concert. Just to make the interview very short for you, this is where the Rikskonserter in Norway saw me. The Rikskonserter is the Concert Institute of Norway. Saw me there, and they were very interested in my playing, and they joined me with other musicians to go and travel to schools and play music for children. This is where this idea came to me, that why can't I do the same thing in my own country? And then I think that we have pieces lying all over, material pieces of music and culture all over. The question is to put it together. And when I said to my friends that I'm going home back to Gambia, some they even think I was crazy, because they think, oh, you can get a wife here and live in Europe. I said, no, I want to go home and work at home. If the Europeans need me to come here, they can send me their tickets and I can come and work here. And since then, I've been going back and forth from Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and all the countries to give some lectures in universities and schools. Then when I came here, I started a small school. The instruments I teach here is drums, for example. We have not only drums from Gambia, because the main Gambian drums are Mandinka drums, Jola drums, Wolof drums, and Sarahule drums.
Can I ask you, what do I find here? Like this
is a djembe. It's from Guinea-Conakry. Djembe is originally from Guinea-Conakry, but it's a very open and international instrument that travels very fast. That's why it's a big drum, big sound, where you can. The whole African music and rhythm is very much socially tied together. You can play Mandinka rhythms on djembe. You can play djembe rhythms on Mandinka drums. So
can you show me a Mandinka rhythm?
Yeah, we will show you afterwards. But
just because I'm so interested about rhythm.
The rhythm.
That's
This is a Mandinka rhythm. We can play it on the djembe. That's why we use djembes here. Since then, when I started the school, we teach the Cora, the national instrument of Gambia. This is the instrument that is found in the Gambia. Nowhere else. This belongs to the Gambia. This one belongs to Guinea. And then the balafon we teach here is xylophone. And the reason of the school is to, first of all, this country is dying very rapidly because many musicians have traveled away. If you want to see very good djembe players, you have to go abroad. Some are playing very big.
yeah, but they promote Gambia.
But if they come back to Gambia, some they don't even want to play for their own people because they think they travel to Europe, they are big now. So but
some Europeans will come and they want to learn here.
That is why we have to start a school to teach our own children again, to generate more musicians.
Yes.
Because the Europeans and other people are very much interested in our culture.
Exactly.
And then, since then, we started the school here, and we have graduated a lot of musicians, both Gambian children and international students. Because I have graduated students from Germany, France, Sweden, Norway. We have graduated some very good musicians there. They come here and they live with us and learn from us. Though we also learn from them because we are mixed up as students and teachers. We learn many things from each other. We want this culture to stay and not to go away. That's why we start to teach, not only play. All these instruments are built in this school here. We teach them how to play, how to handle the instruments, and how to build them. Because now, last week my son asked me to buy a Cora for him, which has these screws like a guitar, which will cost me $5,000 to buy a Cora. But this is the original tuning for it. This is the original thing for it. So I try to teach him how to know this. Because if he cannot afford to buy a Cora with that one, he can use the traditional Cora. We teach the Cora. And also, the second thing is, many of our children are spoiled because of lack of concentration. After the school, they have nothing much to do. They just run about. And I can assure you that almost all the children in Gambia knows a rhythm. All the children in Gambia knows a song. All the children in Gambia knows a story. So the question is, they have it in head, but they don't have a place to present it. And also, first of all, the school is against discrimination. We want to forget about ethnic problems. In the school here, we have Mandinka children, Fula children, Wolof children, Sarahole children. We want them to grow together in a peaceful place where they will play music. Music brings peace and brings people together. Because if I go to, I can give you a small example. This is my mother down there. She's 84 years old. My grandfather, when he was dying, he was 100-something years old. But then, when I want to travel to Norway, they asked me to travel to Norway to play in Norway. He don't want me to go. He said to me, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Norway." I was very proud that I can go to Norway and play. But he said, "Who are you playing for?" I said, "I'm playing for Norwegian people. Do they understand what you play?" He asked. I said, "No, but they also have music." And then he said, "Yes." That was a good answer. The human beings like you, they have music. It is not necessary for you to speak their language. Try to speak with them on the music. When I went there, I was sent to the west of Norway called Sognefjord, where I was asked to play with Norwegian traditional fiddlers. I was fresh from my grandfather, very traditional, and these fiddlers were also very traditional. I can tell you, the first week we met, it was very difficult because everybody was playing straight. But after a week together, we realized that it's always something in common between human beings when it comes to music and peace. So we all went off tradition a bit, and we have a place to meet in music. And I cannot even speak a word in Norwegian, and they cannot speak my language. So then we played. Also, the school also is here for dropouts whose parents cannot afford to pay for them to go to school. Some they go up to grade 9 and they stop. They go out of schools, they have the small Johnsons where they start to sit down smoking. Government is not good. We're going to do this because some of those people are just waiting for trouble to start in a country, and they will join it, and it will be like a disaster, so that they can also get something. The school is here for people to come and learn about themselves and to know something. I am a griot. Griots are the traditional musician. That has nothing to do with a musician. You can, if you play djembe, you can make a living on djembe instead of sitting down doing nothing. Also, this school is here against people who are bringing the music in the tourist industry areas. Like, if I say against, it is like some, they just pick up instruments, they don't even know what the instrument is. They go to the tourist areas whereby you European come there, see somebody with a djembe or drum moving, shaking, he said, you might think that was the real thing. And the thing you are doing there is already with you in your own country. You can even learn it. So we want people to present our music in a beautiful manner. If not, tourism is a very good thing to Gambia, and it's a very good income for many people. But some are presenting the music in a wrong form. And also, we want to see that in future, we will have cooperation with the international world to teach our children how to notate or write down music and to read music. Many Africans and Gambians, they play music but they cannot read music. They don't know any note. If you say G, they don't know it.
Yeah.
So we want to have a kind of cooperation with other European teachers and musicians.
So Mr. Alhagie, can you tell me about your school, when it started, and what you're teaching here, what kind of instruments?
Thank you very much for that question. My name is Alhagie Mbye. This school started in 1992. My first traveling from this country to